All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad and see if it has BLCS, or going to diagnose it, see if it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. So that means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad, which means our Boudoir Facebook ad is entering fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains, which means most importantly that fewer than 6 out of 100 women ever have a non-zero chance of buying from us. So yeah, we gotta get this number up as high as possible. Way, way, way above 6%. 6% is the minimum because we need to maximize the number of, sales that we can get with our same ad spend. So 6% is the minimum. Every 100% Boudoir Facebook ads can be above 6%. Easy. And a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's actually a symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. And basically, I see this. This is the most common thing I am seeing with everyone's Boudoir Facebook ads that I've seen. So it's common, but it's not normal. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building up here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Luckily, we got the solution here because we invented it. We've already used it. BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico. And treatment takes about a week. So with treatment, we simply duplicate the original ad. We treat the duplicated ad, leave the original as it is, and we run the original for we run the duplicate ad for about a week, and at the end, we keep whichever one running has the highest metrics. And it's always been that the Boudoir Pico treated ad has the highest metrics. And once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment, PCA. So we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we achieve PCA. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we finally got our unique CTR all above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So this is our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS. It's caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. And we treat it with Boudoir Pico. Takes about a week. We achieve pre-click alignment, PCA, get rid of those 3 pre-click mistakes. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Now my residency, first part, we have found a Boudoir Facebook ad out in the wild, brought it back to the hospital, tested it, found its unique CTR was 4.3%. So under 6%, and we know that the unique CTR under 6%, it means BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. So, but now we got the solution, Boudoir Pico. So we did exactly that. We had BLCS, we treated Boudoir Pico, takes about a week, and we got the unique CTR up to 6.88%, which is exactly what we were looking for. But now when we did that, we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was actually wasting 37% of ad spend. And so if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they want to spend $6,300 a month with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad to get into the same number of women's brains. So as a result of $3,700 a month, they're profiting, or they're keeping it in their pocket. It's kind of like a phantom profit. They don't have to spend it, kind of like a Boudoir Pico bonus profit. And if that holds for, they keep advertising for 12 months, that means they kind of got like a 40K kind of like a 40K special bonus in their pocket without having to do any extra work or anything. Second part of my residency, found a second one out there in the marketplace. Such unique CTRL is 1.39%. So we know that BLCS is present. And once we know that, then, so unique CTRL under 6%, BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. Then we know we can trade it with Boudoir Pico. So again, that's exactly what we did. Trade with Boudoir Pico, got our unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So literally wasting 84% of its ad spend. So if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original, now we know that they only have to spend 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico traded ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So kind of that bonus, $8,400 a month bonus, is actually back in their pocket every single month that they're spending money on advertising. They keep it in their pocket, and it's no longer being burnt. It's kind of like a phantom bonus, like a Boudoir Pico bonus. And after 12 months, it's like like 100K back in their pocket. Finally, had a patient come through to the hospital. Had a unique CTRL. So it was 5.03%. So we know how to fix that around here. Well, under 6%, we know that's BLCS is present, Boudoir low click syndrome. And after that, we know, now we got the treatment. Boudoir Pico takes about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So that one was insanely good. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. And that means if they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad, now they only need to spend $3,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get it into the same number of women's brains. So that's like $6,700 a month difference that he doesn't have to spend. It's back in his pocket. He doesn't have to, keeps it in his pocket. It's like a phantom bonus, phantom profit bonus, Boudoir Pico bonus. At the end of 12 months, it's like 80K. No extra effort, no servicing other clients, just extra in his pocket. So the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. That's what we've seen from our testing on the real world and the real marketplace. And I mean, look at the numbers here: wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. I mean, take the average of all these, and it's probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So spend 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads. We already know approximately 5K of that's being wasted, literally given to the Zuck for no reason. We can with Boudoir Pico, we can eliminate that waste, so you no longer have to spend it. Put 100% of that back in y'all's pockets, so approximately 60K over the next 12 months. So now let's diagnose this. See if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So looking at here, we got the below creative cluster mistake. The false belief that causes us to make this mistake is we're trusting what Facebook tells us to fill out when we're setting up our ad is what we should fill out. But the consequences of following this false belief is more and more women scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ad out of 100, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, and actually causing us to waste a ton of money. Now, what Facebook gets is actually to serve more ads per unit time. So Facebook makes more money per unit time. We waste, we lose more money per unit time when we do this. And this is pulling our unique CTRL under 6%. Photo looks perfect. Now, going up here. So photo shoot's so powerful, it changes your perspective of yourself. All right, so looking at the See More headline here, first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed, which is only here, first line and an eighth. So we're we're missing about half of our. We're only using like 40% of our space here. So we got photo shoot, and then we got change your perspective of yourself. All right, so yes, the lack of context mistake. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we're believing kind of that we have enough context here, but it's not. We only got a small number of context points. But now the consequence of this is way more women going to scroll by our Facebook ad because they don't feel it's for them, and this is kind of all unconscious. They're not actively thinking this. So more women scrolling by our unique CTR being pulled under 6%, wasting our money. So from what I'm seeing here, I do believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, aka Boudoir low-click syndrome, and it needs, well, if they want to save eliminate approximately half their wasted ad spend, treatment for that is Boudoir Pico. All right, so if you're a Boudoir Facebook advertiser spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you decide, all right, I've optimized every other part of my business, I gotta pull some more profit out of this because there's inflation, prices going up everywhere, more boudoir photographers entering the market. I need to find some way to optimize the business, get more profit out of the business, stop wasting all my money. And you want to, I would say, save or eliminate, approximately 5 grand a month in boudoir Facebook ad costs. Literally just save that, approximately 60K in the next year, and still get all of the our ad into the same number of women's brains because we'd be running the Boudoir Pico treated ad. So if you want all that and get you on your way to becoming #1 boudoir photographer in your city, then shoot me a DM. Well, my DM's open, so when I'm actually doing intake for new patients, because right now my DMs are closed, but I will be doing intake for new patients